we're in the gym, if you can believe it. I've decided to actually film in the gym for once. Have I done a workout video this year? First fitness vlog of 2025. It's wild. You wouldn't think this channel started as a fitness channel, lol. Hello!
Hey, we're not using it already, it's a pass, and I say.
Joe, you can use it if you want to use it. I have no idea what I was saying. Yeah, we're in the studio, which means I can chat to you properly, quickly, before we head out in the weights area. This is going to be a weights workout. It's going to be mic'd up. If you want to see the workout, just kind of like just the workout, rather than me chatting all the way through, I will leave the week of workouts linked above. There is also a mic'd up version of this workout where I talk about the exercises more in depth. So I will try and leave that linked above. I can only link videos within a certain amount of time of each other, so they might come back to back. It's just gonna be a fitness vlog. It's gonna be chatty. We're gonna chat. My specialty. I am halfway through warming up. There was a lovely gentleman in here. He was lovely. He saw I had a tripod and he was like, do you want the lights on? And I was like, oh no, it's fine, don't worry, like I'll do it in a bit. Because he was doing stretching. And he was like, oh, but I see you've got a tripod. And I was like, oh no, it's fine, don't worry, I'll wait. And he was like, okay. And I was like, I appreciate that though, thank you very much. He was very, I was like, oh, I was gonna ask if you were okay with me filming in here. And he was like, yeah, that's fine. I was like, delightful. And then he waved goodbye to me. Love that for me. Friends, that's what I need. Like I say, we are midway through warming up. We're gonna do this upper body workout. I am a little bit ill. I'll fill you in when I'm all mic'd up though. And then afterwards, we'll do like a bit of a training update. Because like I say, fitness vlog. We'll do training update. I don't know, body update. Potentially weight update. Nothing triggering though, please don't worry about whether it's gonna be like triggering. It's not. We're just gonna chat. Anyway, let's finish warming up. We're starting on the rack, and what are we doing? Cleaning everything we touch, because what are people? Disgusting. They're disgusting. And that is not a dig on the person who was on this before me. It is a dig at people in general, the general population. Disgusting. So we clean things in the gym before we touch them. We are doing overhead press. So, like I say, I have been poorly. I'm going to hold this quite close to my mouth because the music is booming. I have been poorly, I've had a cold and I'm still on the outs of it. So what I've been doing this week, because I wanted to get a full week of training in because I've got a week off next week because we're at a wedding, is my usual thing is we do 2 hard sets, 2 heavy sets, majority of the time, 2 heavy sets, and then however many sets left, we do for form. I've just been doing my form sets. I've been cutting off the heavy ones just because I don't think I could get through it. We're not going to push it too hard because I don't want to mess myself up. I don't want to push myself back into feeling poorly. We do, however, need to do a warm-up set, so let's do that first, shall we? I just do 5 sets with 5 reps with good form. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, what am I going to do? Should we put some music on? I have no idea. My microphone's decided, that's enough from you. You've spoken enough already. My receiver on my microphone has died. I would put money on the fact that I charged 3 microphone bits, right? But I think I must have put one of the mics on charge twice because the receiver has completely died twice. So that makes a chatty, mic'd up gym workout a little bit difficult. So the plan is I'm gonna go work out. I have 3 exercises at the end of my workout that I can do in the studio, and I can talk to you just on my normal microphone, whereas in the gym, way more difficult. It is so loud out there, even with a microphone, never mind just off my camera. So I'm gonna go do my workout, and then I'll come in here for the last 3 exercises, and then we will do like a fitness update chat when we get home. I ended up doing my usual heavy weight, but just for less reps, so I didn't like tire myself out. I just did it for 5 reps normally. I do it for 8. Well, I've got up to 8 recently, and I need up the weight really, but there is a reason why I'm not doing that, and I'll talk to you about it after. But I'm gonna go do the majority of my workout off camera. Like I say, if you want to see the workout, there are 2 videos you can watch to like see what's going on. But good, I'll go train a little bit without you, and then I'll come in here and I'll train with you. Honestly, I'm so annoyed that happened. Let's get this exposure down so I don't look pale. Can't decide whether to tan for the wedding or not because I don't want it to look crap. I don't want to be streaky, but I'm a pale galley. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but I do look more muscular when I have a tan. And that's the vibes that I want. Anyway, let me get on with this bloody exercise. I'm doing the rehabby type exercise. I do need to concentrate, but never mind. I was just doing hammer curls, and doing no heavy sets on hammer curls killed me. I'm hammer curling 16s at the minute, 416, and I feel so strong. Like being in that weight room and hammer curling 16s, I feel incredible. Today I did 10s, but I wanted to tell everyone in that weight room, like, by the way, I can hammer curl 16s for 16 reps. That's pretty cool. Workout's feeling okay. I have like held myself back to not do the heavy stuff just because I don't want to make myself feel worse, which I did the other day. And we are nearly finished now. I am going to do some steps after. No cardio though, because that definitely will make me feel worse when it's like a chesty cold. I ain't doing cardio. You know what? I might have to do these off camera because I feel like I'm not concentrating enough. Honestly, they take so much concentration. It's like rehab stuff, so I'm trying to make sure that my shoulders stay down as I'm like bringing my shoulder up because apparently I'm terrible at it. I had 2 people comment on my filming today, which is unusual. Normally no one comments on it. 3 actually, if you include the guy from the woman. All quite nice though, which is nice. That second guy was like, oh, is that for YouTube? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, oh, my mate's daughter does it. And I was like, oh, that's cool. And he was like, yeah, she did it for like 6 months and was getting like no views on it, nothing was coming from it. And now she makes 10 grand a month. And I was just like, oh, cool, that's really good. And he was like, yeah, I just don't know if I could do like 6 months of work, getting nothing back from it. And I was just like, and then he was like, she was doing 6 months and she was getting like 6 views per video, and then she had 1 video completely take off, and now she goes to Spain every month because she makes 10 grand a month and she can just do that. And I was like, oh, that's so good for her, like that's amazing for her, I love that. And then I was like, I've been doing it for 5 years with no payoff, but never mind, we're all on different trajectories. Mine's gonna take off soon. And I love that for her. I tried to find her, but he said, because she was like 18, he didn't feel comfortable asking his mate what her handle was, which is completely fair enough. But he said her name was Sophie, and she was from Glasgow, and she did online coaching. So I had like a bit of an Instagram, but I couldn't find her. But if anyone knows who she is, she's doing amazingly, which is exactly what we want. We want that for all the girlies. We want all the girlies' careers to take off. And the other one who said something about me filming, he's like a regular, I see him quite often, but apparently he's not been able to film before because he saw my tripod and he went, you trying to make a TikTok, are you? And I was like, it's a landscape, wrong thing. And then he trains with his father-in-law, and his father-in-law just like cracked up laughing, and I was like, you can tell you don't do this. And he was laughing, so I'm glad that was a good interaction. Anyway, let me do these, concentrate. I'll be interested to watch that back and see if my form was good, because I watched my form back on the pec deck doing pec flies, and I was like, what is that? I'll be interested to watch that back and see whether I'm doing it well or not. Oh, I'm so grateful that no one else is in here today when I'm having to do this. I've lucked out, no one else wanting to be in the studio. Right, we are finishing on lateral raises. I've had to be careful this workout because I love this sports bar, right? It's the Vanquish one that I got in the hall. It's so pretty and I love how minimal it is, but at the same time, it is not very compressive in the slightest. Like if I do that, can you see how much it's going up? Like my boobs feel like they're gonna pop out. I've had to be really careful. Okay, I'm finishing with 2 sets of lateral raises. I just like finishing off with lateral raises, but I am doing like 40 reps at the minute, which is a little bit excessive. But like the majority of the gym community, I am scared of going up in weight on lateral raises because I just feel like my form is going to go terrible. Excuse me, while I do 40 reps of lateral raises. 10 done. 20. 30, 10 more. Ah, come on, good. 7, 8, 9, 10. Ugh. Jesus, do I have pain in this light. Right, one more set, and then I'm done. Just an FYI, if you've seen me with a tissue wiping my nose, I am being careful. Every time I use a tissue to like wipe my nose, I'm putting hand gel on after. And I have been going back and forth to wash my hands in the bathroom. I quite felt this outfit, by the way. Let me show you it fully. What do you think? I quite like it. These are the joggers that I was talking about that I steal from Jug constantly. These are also Vanquish. It's a very Vanquish heavy outfit today. And then we have my Gymshark Legacy shorts, and it pops out at the back, the little logo on the Legacy shorts, which I do find quite nice. But these are what I was talking about in the Vanquish haul, saying like these joggers fit me really nicely, whereas the women's just didn't. And the men's collections, whereas these, their length are nice, and they're just, I don't know, and this colour's delightful. Oh, right, 20 more seconds, 20 more seconds, 20 more seconds, and then we go again. Let's get a good song. I've been really liking, if you're into some new gym music, I've been really enjoying Buffalo Farm. You might, if you're on TikTok, you might have seen they released a song called Common Enemy, which has the sound sampling in of, remember kids, the next time you think the government wouldn't do that, oh yes they would. It samples that, so you might have heard that on TikTok. But when I was waiting for that to come out, I had a look into their other stuff. They are good. I am very much enjoying their stuff in the gym at the minute. So if you are into quite like heavy music for the gym, I'd say this is a mixture between rap and, I don't know, I always get like heavy metal and rock mixed up, but like heavier music, it's rap and heavier music. It's very good, I really, really recommend it. If you're gonna listen to one, I would recommend Common Enemy, which is the government one, and Grim Reaper. They're very good. 10 done. Halfway. 30, come on, 10 more. Deep breath, go. 2 more. Ugh. Oh, okay, right. Let's go do some walking. Okay, back home. I've been in the shower and Jackie's cooking lunch, like the delightful partner he is.
That's chef for you.
Chef, is it? Oh, come show them why you're chef. Jack got himself an apron.
Yeah, because I kept getting food on my top as I was cooking. So.
Whatever is necessary. I'm wearing a bib when I'm wearing one of my jumpers at the minute, so do what you're gonna do. I'm remembering to take my supplements. I have been so bad with taking supplements recently. I was taking magnesium and calcium, and because I need to take calcium because I'm on the contraceptive injection. I saw TikTok talking about how you shouldn't take magnesium and calcium together because they basically cancel each other out if you take them together in one sitting, which I don't understand why they're in a tablet, and she was saying the same thing, and that kind of threw me off, the whole supplements thing. I was like, well, what's the point? What's the point?
They were saying the same thing about multivitamin tablets though, weren't they, as well?
Yeah, like some multivitamins cancel each other out. So I was just a bit like, right, well, I'm just not going to take any then. And then I realised I live in the northeast of England, I need to be taking vitamin D. But then I went into Home Bargains, and Home Bargains actually do a calcium and a vitamin D together. Amazing. That's all I need. And then I've got omega-3 and iron. So I'm remembering to do that because you guys are keeping me accountable. Where's my water? Oh, washed it.
Water? Sorry.
Whenever I say that word, you say it?
Water.
I either go full on Geordie or full on Australian. There is no in between. Don't ask me why, ask my autism. Let me know what the reply is. What was I saying? Oh, but that's the only supplements I take. I also take whey protein, but I've been off that as well recently. I just haven't been taking it. Something that has been really good with getting protein in though, I think I might have mentioned them before. 2 Chicks egg whites from Lidl. This is just a carton full of egg whites, and oh my god, is it easier to cook with. We were doing eggs and then like splitting it.
Just felt so wasteful, didn't it?
Yeah, it does feel really wasteful, whereas that, it's not wasteful. It's semi-cheap, right?
Yeah, ish.
Ish, yeah, because it's like
£3.49
for 15. No, I think it's £3.49.
Is it?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I might be wrong there, but I think it's relatively cheap. And it's so, honestly, it's so much easier to cook. Because this is our meal, I'll show you. Our pan is a bit messed up, but we do chicken, egg and cheese wraps. So we just scramble the eggs, cook the chicken, and then honestly, it's so much easier. And this is literally what I have for lunch every single day. I really enjoy it. I really enjoy it. Red Leicester cheese. That's a non-negotiable for me. But we're gonna have lunch, and then we'll have a little bit of a fitness update. I'm gonna have to move the angle because there's a dead plant in the way. Right, let's chat about training. I basically don't think I've been eating enough recently. Like I say, I've just not been on top of having my protein shake and things like that. So I just don't think I've been eating enough, and it's evidenced by my training. I haven't really hit any PRs recently. I did actually hit a PR on deadlift and overhead press, but they're the only things, and I feel like I can tell I've not been eating enough. I don't know, Jack thinks I look slimmer. I'm not so sure.
I think you do.
I only agree slightly because I took a picture yesterday that's probably going to be the thumbnail of this, and you could see like my rib in my chest. I am very naturally like lean in my chest anyway, but in the picture you could literally see like my ribs. I was just a bit like, oh great. And if I do lose weight, it normally comes off my boobs first, because you know, life likes to do that. People who want boobs instantly lose their boobs if they lose weight. People who don't want boobs can never ever lose their boobs, which is typical. But it's not been intentional. It's not been like a thing I'm setting out to do. I just don't think I've been eating enough. So I think like after the wedding, I'm gonna do a bit more of a focus on just trying to get more food in, more protein in, because I think when I don't eat enough food, it mainly comes from protein, especially like protein shakes, like I say, because I haven't been on top of them. So I'm gonna get back on top of it. My training is going well. Even though I haven't been setting PRs, it's still been good training. I've been enjoying training, and I have been enjoying putting cardio and steps back in. I do feel fitter, and I always feel good in many ways when I start doing cardio. Like I feel good straight after doing cardio, but then also being around people when you go up the stairs or up a hill and not dying after always feels really, really good. Not in a way of being like they're unfit, because people are okay, but more of just a way of being like, I've just walked up that really big hill and I'm actually absolutely fine. That feels amazing. And it also means that hiking coming up into the summer is going to be a lot easier, which is exciting. But I think I'm just going to do it. I'm finally going to do a new plan after the wedding. It's just, I didn't change it after Christmas because, and normally I do, like normally it's like Christmas and then it's a new plan, but I just didn't feel like it this year. I really enjoyed the plan that I'm on. I enjoyed every bit of the workout. I enjoyed how that like set up and the exercises going together, and I don't really want to change it. It's more of a, I'm gonna have to because it's been so long, but I don't know if it's gonna be massively different. I might just change it for like 8 weeks and then go back to this plan because I am really enjoying it. The cardio that I've been doing is mainly like on a spin bike or sprinting on the treadmill, and the Stairmaster. I don't really do any kind of like long steady state cardio because I just find it boring. Like running, not a vibe for me. I'll sprint or I'll walk, that's it. I'm not doing the long distance in between thing, like I'm good for that. And spinning, I just really enjoy doing it to my music because I used to teach spin classes, so I have spin tracks that I've done to before and I just really enjoy it. But it's the type of thing where I've not been doing it if I've not been feeling it. Like I tried to do spin when we went to the gym last week and I wasn't rating it, so I was just like, nah, I'm alright, I'm good. And I feel like that's a really good way to approach exercise. I do feel like there is some discipline needed at the beginning, but I feel like once you've got that routine down and you know you're going the right amount and you know you're pushing yourself to the point that you want to, it is a good way of training and just being like, well, not feeling it today, I'm alright. Because you know you're going to go again, you know you're going to have another week to do it. It's different at the beginning compared to like me, who I'd consider to be like a, what's the next step up from intermediate without sounding really big-headed? Expert sounds big-headed. I can't be like, who's an expert lifter? I know I am a personal trainer, so technically I probably am. Professional lifter sounds big-headed. There's no word that doesn't sound like, yeah, I'm an expert. Experienced, yeah, I suppose we could do experienced. For an experienced lifter like me, it's different from somebody who's like just trying to get into it and get into a habit. I'd still say it's good in the beginning to just go and get it into the habit. And because I know I've had a few people comment recently saying they want to get into the gym. I'd honestly say the biggest tip that I have is just get into the habit of physically getting to the gym. Don't worry about training, just go and do whatever you want. Don't worry about a training plan. Just start getting in the habit of going and walking on the treadmill, going on the Stairmaster, going and using the resistance machines as long as you're using them safely. And then once you feel like you've got that habit down, then start doing the hard stuff of pushing yourself in the gym, following a routine. That's the easiest way to get into it, in my opinion. It's kind of what I did, not on purpose, but more of a way of, I was brought up with the very stereotypical, like, sexist outlook with the gym. Like, girls go and do cardio, and that's what I did because that's what my friends were doing. That's what my grandparents were like, go and do that when I said I was going to go to the gym, because I can't even remember who it was that I first started going with, but it was a group of girls and we literally just stuck in the cardio section, I think in the women's only part, and then did nothing else. And then it took my male friend taking me to a bodybuilder gym for me to get into the weight section. So I already had that habit of going before I started doing weights and started doing a plan. So I'm happy with the way that I'm training, I'm happy with the way that I'm going. I need to try and prioritize eating a little bit more, which shouldn't be difficult. It's just more of, it's not been a priority. I've not been that fussed, which is fine. I feel like you're going to go through like dips and falls with what you're focusing on in training and whether it's a priority, and it hasn't been recently for obvious reasons. So after the wedding and after Jack's situation sorted, I'm gonna eat some food and get big muscles, because my training feels better than ever. It really, really does. I feel like I'm getting more like mind to muscle connection in places that I've always struggled with. I feel like my form is better. I'm finally getting over some plateaus that I had. Like, I plateaued on deadlift for ages and I feel like I'm finally getting over that. So training is better, training is good. We just need to eat more, which is not going to be a problem because I love food. Anyway, that's going to be it for today. I don't think there'll be anything more fitnessy involved. I might go do some steps with Jack later. If you missed that in another video, I have been doing, sometimes if I have the time, like if I'm not working, I will drop Jack off at the gym when he goes, because he goes on an evening, and I'll go in with him and do like 10-15 minutes of steps just to try and get my steps to a good amount. My step goal is mainly for healthing. Well, I say mainly, it is for health. That's the only reason for it. My step goal completely dropped off after COVID and it's just never went back up. So I was sitting at like 3,000, and now with doing that with Jack, going like for literally 10 or 15 minutes and just scrolling on TikTok for a little while, I've got it back up to 5,000, which is excellent. I'm happy with that for now. Ideally I want it around 6,000, but it's a lot of time. It takes a lot of time. So I might go with Jack dependent on how much work that I get done, because I do have work to do. But that's the fitness update really. The sun's having my life here. Anyway, that is gonna be it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's a fitnessy one. They're not massive channel favourites, so I apologise if you haven't enjoyed it. But if you have enjoyed it, I'd appreciate any engagement. So that's liking, commenting, sharing and subscribing if you're new. I would love to have you here. But even if you don't do any of those things, thank you so much for watching, and I shall hopefully see you in another video. Bye.